What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Robinson Family Farm. This is our first official video just introducing ourselves.
Yes.
My name is Joe.
I am Tina.
And we are using this channel to showcase our journey of building our very own homestead. And we figured we'd use this first video as an intro to explain why, how, who, all the stuff that led up to the decision of starting a homestead.
So it started about 6 or 7 years ago when we were dating and getting to know each other. And we saw that we had a lot of likes and similarities of how we wanted to live in the future. Being more self-reliant, having food choices that were
just healthier and more sustainable.
Yes. And then we got married. And then we went on this journey of trying to find property that we wanted to live basically the rest of our life on. We started that we were looking in West Virginia.
Yeah, we started in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Basically, we divided up. I would have
The South. No, you had the North.
I had the North.
I had
and
the
you
South.
Had the South.
Yeah.
And we live in New Jersey, so North and South is relative to the Philadelphia area.
Yeah.
And we started just a lot of internet online research, and we found a number of properties that were affordable. And the first one that we ever went to go see in person was in West Virginia. Yeah. And it was beautiful.
I loved it.
It was a great place, but
there was this one plot of land that I stepped on and I actually started crying. And I could see everything that we had envisioned for our life and for our homestead, but it was also 7 hours away.
It was 7 or 8 hours away.
It was 7 or 8 hours away, and that was just not doable. We needed something that we could go to on the weekends, and West Virginia just wasn't it. And it was very inaccessible.
Yeah, there was an access issue.
Yeah.
There was no direct road
We
to
couldn't
the
even
property.
drive up the property. We had to leave I had a Cadillac CTS at the time. We had to park that at the bottom of the hill, and we had to hike up a couple miles.
Yeah, it was a decent walk.
Yeah, there wasn't any way that we would be able to just access the property to build the homestead.
It would have been more work than it was worth.
Yeah.
So we had a couple of things in mind, requirements for the property. We wanted south facing for solar.
Yep.
And we wanted it to have decent fertile soil,
Yep.
so we can have our own garden / farm.
Water.
We wanted access to water, whether it was through a well or sufficient rain collection or
on
a
our
creek or
property.
stream,
Yeah.
anything like that. And we also had to have road access to it for obvious reasons. We needed
Mail
to get
and deliveries.
Yeah, we had to get materials in there to build up the place. So having a road was pretty much the first thing. Everything else could probably be worked out with a variety of reasons or things to fix it. But we ended up passing on West Virginia. And I had north.
Yeah.
So I started looking in all kinds of areas, Vermont, Maine, and all that stuff. And we found a place in upstate New York in Oswego County. Mm-hmm. And we fell in love with it almost right away.
Yes.
When we pulled up, we were going to meet the realtor at this lot. And as we were driving down the road,
we came around a bend.
And how many did we see?
Probably like 5 or 6 turkey just running across.
Just running across.
I was like, they did this on purpose.
They released the turkeys to make it look like it was a
good hunting hunting spot, everything like that. But we toured the property, and there's actually a wild apple tree on the property.
There was.
I don't know what happened to it now, unless they planted that also. But there was a wild apple tree, and as we're, we were basically sold on the property already, but as we're walking back off the water to the road, it was just there. And I'm like, do you care if I eat it? And the real estate guy's like, no, go ahead. It was the best daggone tasting apple I've ever had in my entire life. But a couple years later, we have yet to see an apple tree on our property, except for the ones that we planted.
We might have cut that down along the way with some of the other things.
Yeah.
So we found this 3-acre plot in upstate New York, and we absolutely love it. And we've owned it for several years now at this point.
Yep.
How many years?
4.
4 years.
4 years. Yep.
And it's been challenging to get any momentum on the build because we're now 6 hours away. Mm-hmm. A little better than West Virginia, but still a challenge.
Yes.
And with me being a school teacher and having a landscaping business and the other YouTube channel, it's just difficult for me to get away to get any serious amount of work done. Yep. So this year
This year we're fire's under our butt and we're going
Yeah, this
full,
is
full blast, I guess you would say.
yeah, I guess that would be the right word. So it's 2022. It's
Yes.
April in 2022, and just the other day we had the good fortune of being able to arrange us to both go to the property for the
Yes.
weekend. We met somebody for an estimate to clear out an area, and it was well within our
Clean
budget.
out a good size area, more than what we need, but
Yeah.
it's not as much as I want. I want the whole thing cleared so we can just start building everything as soon as possible. But, with funds being what they are and everything at this point, this is what we can do. So it's enough area for us to build the house that we're going to build.
So we got an area
Yeah.
being worked on, and the house that we're going to build, we've settled on a pole barn
We haven't
style.
settled. I think we,
Well, when I say settle, I don't mean
Yeah.
like we're settling, but like we've talked about so many different kinds of
and we've
houses.
been through so
we-
many different plans.
Yeah, and we've
Yeah.
in 4 years, plans have changed left and right,
Drastically.
and we're at the point where it's like, let's just do something, right? So we got a guy working on clearing an area,
In the next couple weeks.
and we're gonna go with a pole barn dominium type of house, and we're gonna start having conversations to get estimates for this build.
Yeah.
But this is the most progress we've made in the past few months. We've made
Past
more
few years.
progress than we've made in a few years.
Absolutely. Just within the past few years, it's we moved a couple times, and family issues with my parents moving in with us, and my dad doesn't live with us anymore. My mom still lives with us. She has dementia,
hmm
and just different family obligations with the kids and everything like that. It's everything just New York kept getting put on the back burner. Now we're at a point in our life where this is priority. This is taking precedent over everything, and it's, can I say, balls to the wall?
Yeah,
Yeah, balls to the wall, and we're just like, we're going forward, and nothing's stopping us right now.
there's been a lot of distractions the past few
Very
years, and with COVID and lockdowns and just everything associated with that, there were travel restrictions too in some cases. So we didn't always have the ability, and if we did have the ability, we might not have been allowed.
Yeah.
So
Or we just couldn't because of
it's just
issues here at the
challenging.
house. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we are, 2022 April,
Yep.
and we're officially starting this channel for real. And
Yeah.
this is all Tina's idea. So
This is something that we had in mind for a while, but we just didn't have the opportunity to do so, and now I believe we do.
yes.
So
So
and we're actually, we can document everything from start to finish now on the homestead,
yep.
because we had little things going on here, little things here. We started this, we started this, we started this. And it's not to put like him down or me down or just try to, like, I'm beating us up right now, but we started so much and we never finished anything.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating. Every time we go up there, it's like, it's just a mess.
It was a matter of circumstances. We drive 6 hours to get there,
Yeah.
work all day on a Saturday, come home Sunday. We drove 12 hours to work
Yeah.
8, and it's challenging. And then when you go to start a project 6 hours away and you come back and maybe it blew over,
Yeah.
or there's material costs, so you put that off to the side and you start something else.
Yeah.
And there's, for whatever reason, another distraction. So all these little projects, we just said, look, no more screwing around.
Nope.
Let's, because of our distance from the actual homestead where we currently live, let's start bringing in people instead of me trying to do it all on my own.
Exactly. We're in the financial position now where we can pay people while we're here in New Jersey. We're paying somebody else to do stuff for us there. So we meet them on the weekend, tell them what we want done. They do it. In a couple weeks when we go back up, it's going to be done.
Yeah.
It's like, it's magic.
It costs a lot more doing it that way,
But
it's getting done where it's been kind of just in limbo.
Yeah.
So again, this is our year. We're just, we're starting to kick it.
Yep.
So this channel will kind of showcase all the little things that go into building a homestead from scratch. A lot of homesteading videos, it's already built.
Yeah.
And you're watching as they live day to day. We're starting it from the very beginning.
and there's going to be so many mistakes. I know that.
We
Just
can
like
screw up so
the
often.
next couple videos. I mean, we've already shot a few things up in New York, and it's like, I'm a stumbling fool. He's a teacher, so he's talking all day long. And he has already an established YouTube channel. I just like to talk. Anybody I tell you in the family, I'm a chatty Cathy. It doesn't mean I actually say anything. I just like chatting a lot. But
I am by no means an expert in public speaking.
But he's very good at it. So we just implore you just to be gentle with me and be nice to me. Because I know it'll get better eventually, but, this is us just starting out. Well, me starting out.
It took a lot to convince her to get in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And the few times that she had been on the other channel leading up to this, she beat herself up so bad. I shouldn't have said that. Just relax. It's a camera.
By the way, we're not going to get him away from... This is my cat, Mr. Whiskers, and he's 17 years old now, about 17 years old, and he just won't leave Joe alone. So he's going to be part of a lot of videos that are here in New Jersey. So going forward...
We have some videos in the can, as they say in the biz.
Okay.
Meaning they're ready to go. I just got to finish editing them and get them up on the channel. But the first real big project, besides some of the walkthrough videos that are coming up, we're going to build a fence.
Yeah.
And
that's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're going to go back up in 2 weeks. We're going to start that.
One of the great things about the area that we're moving to eventually is going to be the zoning restrictions.
Yeah, there's really no
There's
covenants.
almost none at all.
There's
it's
no
great.
covenants or restrictions on the property that we currently have. To build a fence, it's basically, there's no paperwork that has to be done. It's an email talking to the guy, and the guy's like, yeah, you can do it. And just go, X amount of feet from the center of the property or from the center of the road, and that's it.
Yeah.
So there's no paperwork or licensing fees or permits or anything like that. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, and for some of you watching this, you might think that's pretty common, but we're coming from the perspective of living in New Jersey, where in a lot of townships, you would have to go to the township,
county,
wherever it is,
the city,
town hall, whatever it's called, and basically apply for permission to build anything as simple as a shed or a doghouse.
And then you have to have...
And they can turn you down.
And you have to have blueprints and, showing this and that and the third. And then, they can turn you down. And then you have to, if they say yes, you have to pay all this kind of money.
Yeah.
And it's subject to review and everything like that. So for us, that's pretty nice that we don't have to pay anything extra, and we can just kind of go up there in a couple weeks and work on it, while... In a few weeks, actually, when we were up there, they may possibly be up there clearing the land.
Yeah, so we could be bumping into the loggers.
Yeah.
But the point is that there's a lot more freedom than what we're used to. I sent an email to the county clerk asking about the fence. What permits are involved, what type of fees are included in all this. What do we need to do? And he said, X amount of feet from the center of the road. Whatever you want.
Yeah, that's
no
it.
questions asked.
Nope.
There's no permit required. It was a sigh of relief. And it was like,
easy peasy.
This could be, and it will be, the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
So we're going to build an awesome fence. There'll be videos about that probably coming up soon. But we have some materials already on hand that we're going to use.
Yeah.
We can get the fence going next time we go up.
Yeah, you might see in other videos, we were having plans for a cabin. That kind of fell through. We were having plans for something else. That kind of fell through. So we had already supplies on hand already up there. That's in 2 shipping containers that we have up there already, 2 40-footers, that we can now, the supplies aren't going unused because we're using them for a fence now.
Yeah. So I had a really good point I was going to make, and I was so proud of it, and then I forgot it. Let's save it for another video.
Sure. Sorry. Because I interrupted him.
Nah, I probably interrupted you. You want to wrap this one up?
Well, yeah. If you guys have
Unless you got anything else?
No, if you guys have any questions about us or our plans or anything like that, leave them in the comments below, and we'll try to, get back and answer anything. Hopefully we kind of summed up a brief synopsis, I guess, of...
It's an intro video.
Yeah, what our intentions are and who we are and, what our plans are. And all we want to do is have animals and...
raise and grow our own food.
Yeah, and just kind of not have to work for anybody but ourselves, and wake up every morning and when you go to work in your backyard. That's what we want. And just live a simple, very simple life.
Slow things down.
Very much. The way I think that your life was intended for.
Yeah.
Or our life, anybody's life was intended for. I don't think it's intended to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and rush out the door, sit in 3 hours of traffic to work for somebody else, and then you're paying so much money in bills every month, and
the rat race. You're describing the rat race.
Yeah, and I don't feel that's what our life is intended for.
No,
I don't at all.
The time that we got left on this planet, I'd rather spend it with her as much as possible. So I know. So before I make you cry on camera, let's you want to wrap this one up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Robinson Family Farm, please subscribe, do all the things that you know about from other channels, and keep an eye out for other videos in the future.
Yep.
Starting with some quick tours and description of what the pole barn house is going to be like.
Again, be nice with me, please.
She's really already
good.
an expert.
No, he's really good on camera. I'm not so much. I'm getting there, but it'll get better eventually. I promise.
She says I'm good on camera, but I got a face for radio.
Shut up.
And we'll end it there.
All right, guys.
All right. See you later.